We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Conker Live Reloaded. Here we go. Pretty much one of the hardest parts of the games. I might get frustrated here and there, ladies and gentlemen. A lot. I mean, not quite as frustrated as I was with the N64 version, but still, I've had my fair share of, frustrations with this part of either of the versions.
My back here. I think there's something around that corner.
Wait. X button, that's all I need to press. I like how they added some dialogue. Now, one thing that's really great about this moment, one big improvement, is that the attacks are actually, like the bombs here. In the N64 version, you would lose, for each one you hit, you lose 2 hit points. So you essentially have 3 hit points when it comes to these things. Can't make them explode either, but yeah, you essentially have 3 hit points with that. But in this version, you only lose 1, so it's just like getting shot by one of these guys, or stabbed, or whatever. These guys are back.
Surely it can't get any worse than that.
Sorry about the loud noises outside, ladies and gentlemen. It would happen when the game gets generally quiet. Oh, wait, this way. Well, I will say, at least they don't make you have to get, like, ammo for this thing. Fire! Yeah, it's these guys. If you didn't know, second aid. I don't know, is there such thing as like second aid instead of first aid? Is there like second aid, third aid? It sounds like a dumb question to some, but like, I wonder if there's people who would know that. Because like, I make jokes about something and they're like, well, actually, this is a thing. Everyone knows that, you know. Like, I don't feel bad about feeling dumb about something, or, quote-unquote dumb about some things, but it's... how should I say this? It just gets annoying when, if you don't know something someone else does, they just like to, I don't know why I had that. I was moving the phone out of the way so that if it rings, There we go. And one more teddy. Oh boy. There we go.
This is a bit different. One of those guys. Little teddies.
Really? That's incredible.
I mean, what if you were to give this game to, say, 20 intelligent people? I mean, what would that do? Let's face it, what would it do?
Really? That's interesting.
What the f***? It's that bloody squirrel. Quick, into character!
Decision, I said stop.
Yeah. This part gets kind of annoying too. And okay, there's another one to kill, I guess. Yep. 2 to kill. We'll show a number of like how many you had to kill. Sometimes it seems randomized. What the heck? Okay. Shoot. Yeah. Yeah, in the N64 version, that just kind of this guy just kind of appears, and he just looks like a bigger version of the rest of them. But obviously here they wanted to make it more of a semi-boss fight. There we go. No, not down yet, not down yet. There we go. And then we have the original design of the teddies right here. Huh. Forgot about that. I was thinking you could like heal up with like these or something. With these. Oh well, you can't.
Am I glad to see you? Could you get me out of here? I think it's that switch over there. But be careful. I think the other one is, you know, frying tonight.
Yeah, just stay there. The cavalry has arrived. Sorry, you can't move. I see now.
Do you know which switch it is?
Yeah, it's written on it. Yeah.
Meeny, miny. Okay.
I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. We've returned. Or I've returned.
Oh, hang on a second. I think it's this one, actually. Okay.
Well, what do you know? I'm not quite dead. Thanks for that. Feel a bit strange, though. How do I look?
You look great.
I gotta go. See ya. Weapon at the ready.
So yeah, that happened.
Here we go. Teddy.
Dear Lord, I absolutely hate this part in the N64 version. seems like this part was not programmed very well in the N64 version. Oh yeah, I gotta get out first, and then. But yeah, this part is extremely annoying in the N64 version. Here, it can still be annoying, but it's not as bad. Well, yeah. Like the Xbox version, that was meant to be more muffled because it was supposed to be there behind the door. So. Part of the reason the N64 version is really bad of this part is because it's a part of the slow moving badly, or like slow like, okay, it's slow at everything. It's slow at like shooting. It's not always responsive, and reloading takes like a few seconds longer. Which, yeah, a few seconds, that's not too bad. Well, when it's in situations like this, like more fast-paced, sort of fast-paced gameplay, it's, you know, a few seconds can feel like a long time, basically. It's like, it's not a matter of impatience, it's a matter of, you know. This is why I can't stand, like, solo, like, you know, you have to shoot from both angles. They expect you to, like, not get hit, or, well, you know. Luckily, they seem to be bad at shots, but they can get some in. Any more? Oh yeah, there's some more. I can't remember if this is optional or not. It is. So let me get some chocolate real quick. Well, you're out of ammo. But you can get out of it to get your health back. I don't think you can get out at all in the N64 version until you're done. Now we're done. Okay. Hey there, Sylvester. The cat's in here. He decided to come say hello. If he decides to talk, you gonna say anything? Hello there. Yeah.
Sandwich, any vascaste. Could you untie me and just let me go? Nah. Surge enter at Surge in. It got it Sura
Taking out that guy first, he has like grenades and stuff, so. Whew.
Hey, fella, come on. This is not the place we want to be hanging around.
But me.
said your outfit is a little bit different to the usual Army regulation attire. What is it?
Oh, yeah. It's experiment number G7224. I'm the first to be fitted with this. It's an indestructible, titanium laminate.
Right. So what does that mean?
Oh, it means if somebody shoots me, I don't die.
Really? That's a pretty good idea. I'll get me some of them.
That's the only one. They're very expensive. Anyway, stick behind me, and you should be alright. I can be your Operation Squirrel Shield. What do you say?
Sounds good to me. Right, which way?
Eeny, meeny, miny.
Oh. Right, let's go.
I don't know if Rodent was in Conker's Pocket Tails or not.
Keep it steady.
I'm just pulling out my gun so I can, you know, make sure he stays behind me.
What's that up there? It's like bombing. Bringing out the heavy stuff. You go first.
Oh, okay. I'll go first.
Go on, then.
For it. Come this way, Rodent.
Get behind me, Conker. Oh,
There we go. It's getting pretty intense. I like how these little drip animations or whatever, little drip, whatever you call them, are they use them in whoa. They use them in Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. Gosh, Nuts and Bolts is like, I can understand people not liking it as much as, you know, the other Banjo-Kazooies and stuff. And I do feel that Banjo-Kazooie, like the original, is still my favorite. But I'll be honest. This is probably going to make some people mad, but I'll be honest. I like playing Nuts and Bolts, in terms of single player, I like playing Nuts and Bolts over Banjo-Tooie. It's probably going to make some people mad, but oh well. Now the only, like really though, the only reason I don't come back to the original Banjo-Kazooie as much is because of the stupid quiz game thing. That is really the only reason that I don't come back to the original one as much.
I'm going right by the door. You shoot off the locks, and I'll meet you there. We'll rendezvous whenever you've got done.
Okay, I'll see you in a bit.
That is literally the only reason. Oh boy. This is annoying too, but it's like, essentially, this whole chapter. This is probably my least favorite chapter of the entire game. It's really cool in terms of like the war setting and stuff. Like the parody of like war movies and like Saving Private Ryan and stuff. But in terms of, like the controls that they expect you to use and like everything that they expect you to do is really annoying. I mean, like the fact that you can get shot so easily and lose a lot of your health very easily. This is where they should have added like more to your health.
At least there's no teddies in here. Oh, a tank. Now that may come in handy.
Oh, tank. It's a class 22 as well. I haven't got one of them yet.
What do you mean? Hey, where you going?
Oh, class 22. Sweet. I'm gonna look inside.
Okay. What do you like?
Hey, I've always wanted to be in a class 22.
I'll get to the Class 22 here in a bit, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. And if it seems kind of annoying that I do that, well, I don't always think about the fact that I have to edit it, so it annoys me too. I kind of bring it on myself. There we go. Boy, that wasn't that fun using the tank there. I'm joking. We will get to use it again. And that's not like a far away spoiler. That's a... Right after this section, you go back to using the tank. And use a little more, but they could have used it in a better area, if I'm honest. Yeah. Yeah, apparently this war has been going on for about 200 years at this point. I mean, I don't remember exactly when the multiplayer story takes place after Bad Fur Day, but it does at some point.
Well, hopefully that's opened the door on the outside. But whatever it's done, I think it's one of those let's leg it moments.
Yeah, we're legging it all right. I don't think you get to, in the N64 version, I don't think you get to do that. Yeah, I don't think you, I mean the camera, I should say. Okay, Conker. Cooperate with me. Alright. Well, hey, howdy, hey. Gosh, this Steel Battalion sure is interesting. This part drags out. And you can kind of easily die. And of course you gotta start all over if you don't, if you don't make it. Even if you get near the end or destroy that thing completely. Luckily, the teddies are easy to kill in the tank. So, when Conker gets out, though, that thing just, like, it just... Even if it seems like it's really far away, Let's see, and die... And die, and die. Thank you. I don't want to go off the edge here. Okay. Hopefully. Do it fast, do it fast, do it fast. Come on, go, 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 go. Okay. Should be in the clear now as soon as I get rid of these tapes. Dude. There we go. Thank goodness that was one of those. It was one of those, it's not going to drag out as much moments where, I could get through it pretty quickly.
Oh. Oh well. In for a penny, in for a pound, I suppose.
I need to look up that phrase. Or if someone could comment exactly what it means. Yes, we see it's a teddy.
Mommy, I want my mommy. Mommy. Oh, hello, it's a little squirrel. Hello, help me, please.
Oh, it's a little girl. Oh, it's dangerous round here, little girl. I don't think you want to be here.
Hi, have you come to rescue me?
What is that?
That's the, inverse phase sonar. Very efficient with, oh,
How do you know about that?
school?
I never learned things like that at school. Anyway, what is it?
It fires a missile, I think. A Teddy Funkin U-47 intercontinental ballistic missile.
A missile.
Yeah, like that one.
Don't you worry, little girl. I'll rescue you.
Oh, goody goody.
Yeah, her parents are bound to have some cash.
Here's what I get the feeling of, I was just thinking about it just now. I feel like if Conker were to have an official sequel to this game, I wouldn't be surprised. Okay. When Duke Nukem Forever came out, of course they criticized the game as it was pretty underwhelming because of how long people have had to wait. It was pretty underwhelming for what we got. But people also criticize that it has outdated humor. Which maybe it does, yeah. But, one thing about that, though, is... See, like, that's part of Duke's character, is he's this, like, kind of, sort of like, he's a hero, but he's an egotistical person, you know, generic 80s superhero guy, or not superhero, but generic 80s, like, hero person. Like, and big tough guy. And people didn't really like that in 2011, but to be completely honest, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if people, if they had changed, say they had changed Duke's character for, especially at this day and age, say they had changed Duke's character. They decided, hey, let's just make him more sentimental, not as, you know, egotistical and all that stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if people were to complain about that. Like, say they change his personality, and it's just like, we want a game back, or we want a new game. They bring it back. It's like, that's outdated humor, and then they change his personality and stuff. Why did they change it? This isn't Duke, you know, that kind of stuff. And that's why I'd be afraid if, like, they brought back Conker and he was still just as, you know, like they want Conker. It's like they want Conker to be this greedy, you know, person, greedy drunk person and all that stuff. But I feel like if they did that for a new game, people would hate it. But if they change his personality, people would hate it. So that's something that kind of gets on my nerves when it comes to some things, like when fans really have a huge say in what happens in a game.
Yeah, that was a blast. Right. Now, to sort out the ransom. Rescue the little girl.
But yeah, it's just... if you understand what I mean, like, there's got to be a line drawn between, like, you really want to give fans what they want, but don't give them absolutely everything they want. Both because they probably don't want it, or they realize they don't want it, and, you know.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm going to see my mommy and daddy again.
Yeah. Okay, come on. Let's try and get you out of here. What the? Oh, you guys.
Very robotic in this version.
What? I don't have a daughter.
I know that's got to be a reference to a movie. I don't know. I don't know every movie, ladies and gentlemen. If that's a popular movie, don't kill me because I don't know what it's from. I haven't seen every popular movie.
Yes, Mr. Squirrel. I'm the brains and the eyes, and he's the brawn.
Quick, get out the way. I'm taking over.
There's going to be a lot of talking at this moment.
Now then, lesson 1, ballistics. This is my minigun. It fires 8,000 rounds per second, brass-cased 8mm with tungsten alloy heads, and high explosive charge. Very, very messy.
Seems fun. Wait.
No, let's keep my cool. Now this is very special. High energy inverted magneto laser with a 6-pronged attack.
Oh my gosh, really? Now, luckily I don't have to do the whole shoot the teddies things again. Shoot the teddies with the rocket launchers, I mean. I can skip some of these cutscenes.
Now then.
And wait for it.
Now this is very special. High energy inverted mag.
Alright, kill it. Kill that one, kill that one, kill... Okay, there we go. I think if you wait for it to get closer, that way it'll be farther away. She'll be farther away.
Keep calm, keep calm. Missile. I think you're already familiar with these. Mark IIs this time, however. Fair guided. With multiple warheads, of course. Don't fancy your chances very much, Mr. Squirrel.
And...
No, keep calm, keep calm.
Why still keep calm when you pretty much are done? Somebody has a saw blade out.
Get up! Get up! I command you to get up! Oh, this is the end! My little babies! Yes, my little babies!
I had the controller on the table.
The tank's gone. Well, it served as well. Rhoda? Rhoda?
Oh, my cat jumped too.
Oh no. He didn't make it. He was a great guy. A superb soldier. A military tactician. And yes, he was mortal. Like the rest of us. But at least we showed that bitch who's boss.
Mr. Squirrel! Guess what? The show's not over till the little girl sings. Ooh, what's this? A little red button. I think I'll press it. Ooh, and what's that? Lovely countdown. I wonder what's going to happen now.
Self-destruct. Oh, give me strength.
I can't remember what happens if you actually, like, you know, don't make it or something. Okay, there's no one around here. This, okay. This and the next parts are the worst parts of this game. Absolute. Like, this is the worst chapter in terms of how hard it is. Well, this and the next part is the worst parts of the game, like I just said. Yeah, with that much health, if it was the N64 version, I would have died, basically. I don't understand why you have to use this, but apparently you do. It'd be a lot easier if you just had the... I guess they wanted to have one last hard part of this. Ah, shoot. And see, look, you lose health. It's like it's cool and everything, you get to blow them up. But at least it wasn't as bad that time. They actually give you plenty of time. The hardest part of this is really just trying to get through the teddies and stuff. In the N64 version, they still give you the rocket launcher. In this version, it's actually smarter to have this gun. Because you get a bunch of rockets that's thrown at you, but it is so much easier with this. Okay. But I'm probably still going to die at some point. I will not be... Don't be surprised at all if I die a few times. If. Which is probably about to happen now. Like that. Like this is... You almost have to have luck on your side when you do this part. Like it's doable. Oh, good lord. Okay, die. Let me be done. Okay.
Wait for me! Where you go?
What? Hey guys, hold there! There's another one! Oh my Gideon! Snipers!
Get out of here now! Come on, let's go!
We gotta get our asses out of here, brother! Let's move it!
I made it.
You made it.
Oh, you're awake. Come over here, boy. Come Come on, look at this.
Yeah. What a terrible thing, you know.
You're right there. All these fine young men sent off to do the dying. For those bigwigs, those pen pushers, those guys who never ever see a single bullet whiz past their heads. We want to get them down here. Those so-called generals in their big fancy houses, 20 miles behind enemy lines. Who are they to tell us? Who are they indeed? Look at that. What a sight.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
The horror. The horror.
Did I got knocked out for a second? Yeah. Now I remember. Countdown. Oh,
Recognize that voice? It's Roden. He made it, guys. Yeah. Hey, way to go.
yeah, he made it.
I think they took out the 2 hours later thing right there. In the N64 version, it was like, said 2 hours later or something, and then it's just like, why is it 2 hours later if he just gets out? Yeah, still nighttime, sort of. Gosh, it's a beautiful looking game. Well, like pretty much one of the best looking Xbox games, original Xbox games. But it was a late one, so, you know. Came out a little before the 360 came out. Yep, the queen bee's dead. And she's got hairs growing on her now. Or, not hairs, the grass. Kind of growing off of her as well, but, you know. Well, it's time for the windmill level. And the... What?
Oh, no. Where did the windmill go? And I was sure that was the final level. Oh, well. Obviously not. Oh, Roden. Roden. Hey, it's good to see you, man. What happened?
So, but you know what? I reckon that suit really works. I was flying through the air. Next thing is, bam! I saw this thing coming towards me. Kind of like a windmill. Doesn't seem to be there anymore. Oh well. Never mind. At least I'm still here. So, what's happening?
I'm not really sure. But, the war seems to be over. You might as well go on your way. Give my regards to the guys.
Yeah, I will. Catch you later?
Catch you later. You can buy me a pint.
Okay. Conker, can I just say something?
Yes, it depends what it is.
It was a real privilege working with you. And I would have to say that if ever I need to go on an operation such as that again, I hope that it's with you.
Oh, well, that's very nice of you to say so.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, soldier. Dismissed.
What a great guy.
Idiot.
Like the way his mouth looked out there was really what got me. It was just like, Well, obviously I can't show you right now, but...
Whoa. I thought I told you to leave town. But seeing as you're here, anyways, we may have a little job for you.
Oh, not another one. Look, can I just go home, please?
I said, we may have a little job. Take it or leave it.
Okay, I'll take it.
Like, these pants are so uncomfortable. Oh, fancy meeting you here.
Oh, Berri. You look great.
Really?
I thought you said you didn't know this guy.
Oh yeah, I know him. He's like my boyfriend.
Yeah, that's right. I'm her boyfriend.
Am I interrupting something here? When you two little lovebirds are finished with your reunion tete-a-tete, maybe we can get on with the job at hand, please?
Okay, okay. What do you want us to do?
Okay. Since your little escapades with those cavemen kinda put me out of business, now I need to replenish my funds. Here we have it. The Federal Reserve Bank.
Okay. But I'll do it on one condition only.
What?
That I get an outfit that's as cool as hers.
Deal.
You look at Daxter here. There's a part in the game, Daxter, for the PSP, where Daxter looks like he has a dream sequence of Matrix. And this is another Matrix thing that's going to be coming up. I don't know why I'm walking over here. Anyway, yeah, you can't fly right now, or you can't glide. What? Swirling around at the spears. Yeah, they look very similar because they're both red-orange creatures.
Please place any metallic objects in the tray. Thank you.
And they get to work together in this last chapter. Yep, this whole thing is a big Matrix thing. Well, this part anyway. Now, just gotta kind of wait for the right time. And you can't kill him with regular bullets. I think you can anyway. Can't. I mean. You know, I always thought she... honestly, used to think that she was like a rabbit. Believe it or not. It's like... and then when I found out she was like a chipmunk or something, or I can't remember for sure. Something like that. When I found out she was that, I was like, what? But she's like so bunny-like, and then I'd pay attention to the ears, and I was like, wait a minute. You know. It's like, wait a minute, she has really small ears. Which Which I'm sure there's some kind of bunny out there that has shorter ears. I don't know for sure, but wouldn't be surprised if I found that out. But still, she's not a bunny rabbit. She just has the colors of one. Pretty sure he just got hit there, it almost seems like. Yeah, best thing is to shoot them while they're like running around. Because when they're actually shooting, you know, well, you can sort of do it, but you know. Okay. Well, again, this is still the easier version, so. Come on. There we go. I think that's it. Yep. And as they quietly go.
Give me a break.
Don't worry, it's in hand, okay?
The Federal Reserve Bank. She's thick. But it's kind of weird because she's an animal.
Yeah, you're one in a million. Speaking of which...
There will be a long cutscene coming up here soon. Because we're near the end of the game, so there's got to be one of those. Let's break into this thing. Well, okay, there's not going to be a super long one just yet.
Well, there you go, materialist.
Well, you can talk. Anyway. Where do I start? Come here, my little beauties.
Somebody over here.
Come here.
Hey.
Come here.
Hey.
Now, you don't have to get all of them. You just get 3, and you're done. It'll be as if, you know.
Finally. Got it. Oh, cool. Millionaire! I'm a millionaire, Berri! Hey, Berri! What are you looking at?
Conker, honey.
Oh. Easy come, easy go. Who's this guy? Berri, do you know who he is?
You got me.
Yes. At last. A red squirrel.
Red squirrel. Oh, I think he means me. I don't recognize this guy. Unless he's the fabled Panther King. But he was just in stories like my mom used to tell me to get me to sleep. Looks like he was real after all. The Fairy Panther King.
Who are you calling a fairy?
No. No, as in like furry, as in ephemeral, like a fable, like a legend, you know, like sort of doesn't matter.
Oh. No. Doesn't matter. Not anymore. Not for you. Weasel. Right here, boss. Your bounty. Thank you very much. What are we gonna do with it? Him? You leave him to me. So you're not gonna kill him? Not exactly.
Step aside, Conker. I know how to deal with men like this.
Such loyalty. Misplaced. Get rid of her. Easiest thing in the world. Sorry, dollface. Business is business. Adios.
Hey, mind we... Berri?
This is when Conker actually starts to have feelings.
Hey, Berri. Oh no.
No problem, boss. Boss, you feeling all right? Bit of indigestion. Where's my milk, Professor? Professor.
Oh, Isha. How does it feel?
Not good. The sooner we get this squirrel in place, the sooner I'll get my milk. It's getting worse.
Ah, yes, that's right, my Lisha. It would be getting worse. Oh, really? Yes. Well, you don't look so good. Let's see now. Milk, yes. The squirrel, yes. The problem is everything.
What, squirrel? I think you're coming with me.
What's going on here?
What's going on?
Yes, here it comes.
Not sure what's going on here. I think it's time to make a connection. I breathe.
Oh, since that squirrel got rid of my teddies, bastard. I think the latest addition to my plans is about to take shape. Oh, the incubation period is just about complete. Not a moment too soon.
Yes, my liege. Let us kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
What the?
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Come here. Such a beautiful animal. Even though he is about to annihilate your scroll, rip your limb from limb, you cannot help but admire his beauty, his power, his poise. He is not a wonderful creature, is he?
You're right there. He's not.
Just ignore him. Right. I'm if I'm gonna live in this world and in this castle. So out of date. I have something known as technology. Take us into orbit. Yeah. This is a power of liquid nitrogen mixed with oxygen, 2 parts petrol. Yeah.
Never gonna get home now.
Heinrich? Kill.
Warning. Warning. Airlock open. Air pressure compromised.
It's like how that's not even a reference. That's just straight up a xenomorph. Like you're basically playing Alien at this point, featuring Conker.
Get away from her, you bitch!
Oh no! What is... Oh, I forgot about the airlocks! Oh, what the Oh, what the... I didn't put the high-powered boosters on my chair! I knew I should have done that! Oh, I know, is it going to spin? Oh, it was my It's a sad! No legs, and now no life!
Duh. Now, I really don't like this part either. I know I just talked about how the previous one is the worst chapter. But that's because that's the chapter overall is the worst one. Overall in terms of gameplay. This one, I mean, this is a pretty bad finale, don't get me wrong.
Warning. Airlock open.
As you can tell, it's basically supposed to be Bowser. The Bowser boss is in Mario 64. Ah, shoot. What's the block? Yeah, that's how you block.
Warning. Warning.
Yeah, when I was doing this version and well, that's what I'm trying, computer. I don't know if you understood what he said, but... There we go. I just gotta get him 2 more times. If I can get him through, then 1 more time.
Air pressure compromised.
Yeah, it's literally the same cutscene. Ugh. It really depends on how much the controls want to cooperate. Like, they're not responding as much. There we go. If I can get him out here, we'll be done with the game. After a really long cutscene, we'll be officially done. Go.
Airlock open. Air pressure compromised.
Oh, no! I thought still that with it! Oh, that's at the end! Not to think it would end like this! Oh, dear! Hello? What's going on? Is this a joke?
The game's locked up. I don't believe it. What is this? This the testing department's day off or something?
This gives me an idea.
Hello? If there are any software engineers that can hear me, just, type something in.
All right, yeah. Hello. Right. Here's the plan. I won't tell anyone that there's been a lockup, quite a bad one at that, left in the game. If you will say, well, I don't know, help me out with this guy here. What do you think? Now, get rid of this background. It's really grimy. That's better. Weapons, maybe? Let's see now. Yeah. No. What about, oh, yeah. That should do it. Double action. Oh. You guys. Yeah. Right. Okay. Take me back to, say, the throne room. Cool. Now, Mr. Alien. Let's see. Okay, let's get in a position. Ready? Let's check the shot. There we go. Right. On my mark, and not a moment sooner. 3, 2, 1, and action. Whoa. Oh no. That's a bit volatile. Well, clean that up later. Well, I suppose that's it. Anything else? Who are these guys? Oh, hello. It's you again.
Oh, if it isn't Conker! How you doing, Mr. Squirrel? You have defeated the evil panther-type king.
Yes. We didn't like him either. In fact, there seems to be an empty throne.
So bloody right there is. Come on, Conker. Up onto the throne here.
What? But no, you don't understand. I don't really want to be king. Oh no, I forgot to. I should have brought Berri back to life. Oh no. Hello, programmer. Ah, they're gone. What are you doing? Get up.
It's okay, it'll be good. And the rest of the guys. Marvelous. Yeah, I like it in here. Ooh, jeez.
Oh, King.
King! You couldn't be king of a toilet.
Yeah, king of a toilet.
You don't know how close you are. You realize that? You just do not know.
Sorry.
Oh, Conker, yes, king. How did I thought that? Can I be your general?
Oh no. Of all the people in the world that I don't like, I'm in a room full of them.
I've heard the good news. We came back from holiday as soon as we could, just to celebrate with you on this wonderful, momentous occasion. Didn't we, ladies?
There we go. The king is dead. Long live the king.
Yeah, long live the king.
Long live the king.
Yeah, long live the king.
Will you stop repeating me?
I'm not beating him.
Long live the king.
Long live the king.
Long live the king. Long live the king.
Long live the king.
Long live the king.
Long live the king. Long live the king. Long live the king. Long live the king.
So, there I am. King. King of all the land. And who'd have thought that? Not me. I guess you know who these guys are now? 'Cause I certainly do. I don't want to know them. And yep, I may be king. I have all the money in the world. And all the land. And all that stuff. But you know, I don't really think I want it. I just want to go home. With Berri. And, I don't know, have a bottle of beer. It's not gonna happen. It's true what they say. The grass is always greener. And you don't really know what it is you have until it's gone. Gone. Gone.
So yeah, I guess that's what I'm doing now. Is Christopher Seaver, whatever, however you pronounce his name. That's who talked for almost all the guy characters in this game. I guess so. Yeah, it's gonna be my thing right now. I'll probably end up saying it too much, but anyway, Conker Live Reloaded. I used to prefer Bad Fur Day over this, like, N64 version over this one. I prefer some of the multiplayer aspects of Bad Fur Day in the N64 version. But at the same time, like, overall, in terms of, it's a mass majority of it is the controls. There's a lot of improvement in this version. Most people's complaints are like, well, they censored it, and while it is really dumb, considering they even have an uncensored version of the multiplayer as a heavily censored, the story mode, or Bad Fur Day part, while that's really stupid, that's not the reason I like Conker. That's not the reason. It's funny, but it's not the reason I like Conker. The Bad Fur Day. I mean, it's got some funny dialogue outside of, swearing, and it's just got some funny moments, and most of it stays intact. And there are some questionable things here and there, yes, some questionable changes, like how he said, double barrel boy, double action about the old-timey shotgun or old-timey elephant gun, whatever you call it. But, other than that, this is my preferred version now. I might have to go silent at some point. I don't know, there could be some things here soon. But anyway, until then, I'll talk. But I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. There's going to be a cutscene after all this. We're going to end it sometime after, probably soon after that. But yeah, what was I going to say? The Microsoft bandwagon. That's what I was going to say. No, so we'll just see how these playthroughs go. If this ends up being the only one of the very few, or if there ends up being a lot of these. I don't know if I'm going to release this first, or, well, this whole playthrough first, or if I'm going to do something else first for this channel. But this is being recorded on, like, early February, so, we'll just have to see. Hopefully everything will go well. Hopefully there'll be no more roadblocks in the way when it comes to this stuff. Because, Okay. Here's the last cutscene.
So, what'll it be?
Scotch. Single malt. Space side. No ice.
A man of taste. There you go.
Whoa there, cowboy. Keep it coming. Oh, save the bottle.
Yeah. Looking a bit down. What's the matter?
You wouldn't believe it. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it. I'll just drink this. Doesn't look too good tonight.
And instead of going that way, he goes the other way. And that, ladies and gentlemen, well, I already said, that was Conker's Bad Fur Day Live and Reloaded Edition. But hey, look, Berri's alright. No. Here we have chapters. We can play anything we want. I'm still trying to look at that first squirrel on moon. Alright then. Well, anyway. That was it. So I hope you enjoyed. And until next time, I'll hopefully have something to say to end these and stuff. It might involve grab yourself a ruby or something. But anyway, thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen.